can I stress, I don't want any of my fans to do revenge attacks on birds, and I'm certainly not down on the whole bird community. And I don't think that what this owl did to me today is representative of the owl community at large. It would have been nice to have got someone from the owl community to come on tonight and kind of, say that they disagree strongly with what this owl did. But I don't want anyone to go around attacking birds. I was attacked by an owl today. I don't know what type of owl it was because it was behind me. And also, I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't have recognised, I can't differentiate between owls anyway. I don't want to go into details, but I was out in a secluded area. And that's all I'm prepared to say about where I was. And there's a lot of speculation about why I was in a secluded area. And I did not... I came back from America, from New York, and it was very urban there. So I wanted to be within nature. And so I went to this spot, and it's just off the A4. I was unaware at the time that it was a popular spot for gay men to meet. I was unaware of that. And I don't quite know what happened, but I was walking along, and then suddenly I just heard this beating of wings, and there was the most intense pain in the back of my head. Just intense. And it was like kind of like tiny knives sort of in my head. It was incredible. And there was just a lot of flapping, and I didn't know what was going on. I thought I was being attacked by a human. So I turned round, and there, of course, there was no one there. But the pain, and it was a bird a raptor had clawed itself into my head, and so I'm trying to beat it off, and eventually it went, and I was in shock. Right, I was in shock, and I carried on walking, and there were a couple of guys there in the woods, and they very kindly said to me, they recognised me from the jungle. Are you okay? I said, yeah. They said, you're bleeding profusely from the back of your head. And I put my hand around, and there was blood everywhere, man. And one of these guys very kindly drove me to a hospital, where I was looked after amazingly. I cannot thank the NHS enough. They saved. Well, I don't know if they saved. I don't know if it was potential. Well, no, I think it was potentially fatal because I had to have a tetanus. And I lost, they told me I lost about a pint of blood. And it flipping hurt, man. It flipping hurt. And here's the amazing thing. They glued, they told me I had 7 or 8 scratches, 5 of which were very deep. Now, it didn't reach my skull, and there was no bruising on the brain, okay? But 5 of those 7 or 8 scratches were very deep, and that's where a lot of the blood was coming from. And they glued my head back together. Ever since I've been a kid, I've been terrified of having stitches. Terrified. I don't know why. I've never had them, but I was terrified. And they went, oh, no, we don't do that anymore. We glue it. We glue your head back together. And they told me that superglue was invented because of the Vietnam War. It's what they used to use in Vietnam. So they glued my head back together. If you're watching on YouTube, I've got a big old-fashioned bandage on my head, the kind that I kind of look like, sort of not the Invisible Man, but the Invisible Forehead. And I'm going to be honest, I'm very, very high on painkillers. But they said the doctors and the nurses saved my life. The guy who took me there saved my life, and I bled all over his car, and I apologise for that. But he was a very nice guy. He put a towel down, but there's blood everywhere, and I don't really remember, much from that. Not because I passed out, but I was in shock. I was in shock. I want to thank everybody on Twitter who's been sending me support. Thank you. Everyone who's been doing an owl joke, I get it. You're calling me a twoo, and things about Hooters and things like that. I get it. It's funny. It's funny, man. I can't laugh about it today, but who knows? Maybe in 2 or 3 months, maybe I'll be able to look back and laugh at the day that I was attacked by an owl. The scumbag press, the red top press that have been hounding my agent and hounding me, up yours. Well, you didn't waste time in making online stories about it. Clickbait out of my...
You all right?
Yes, sorry.
You're what?
What was I saying?
Making stories about
It's
your...
the press making clickbait stories out of my misery. My life is not for your fun. It's me. I lost my train of thought a little bit. I feel a little bit nauseous.
Right.
I'm all right. I just feel a bit nauseous, but we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay.